Governance has to be a creative process. It's not something that is easily templated. You know, despite all the many courses that can be offered around, you know, principles of leadership and how to do courses, you know, in spite of that, in which they are useful, but if you don't have that creative design, you don't a mindset, if you don't have that approach to really looking at how things actually are and creating a tailored kind of approach, then it's difficult to do Native governance. One size fits all, as in Native education, does not work. And we have plenty of examples of how and why it doesn't work. I think the governance piece really begs for some new thinking. In the past, because we've had to adopt Western governance principles, Western approaches to governance, Western views of governance in our struggles, you know, with our tribal governments in the early days when tribal governments were being established, you know, within traditional contexts of communities, you know, and that struggle still goes on, incidentally. That we were cognizant of the fact that we had to make changes, but we couldn't leave our values at the doorstep. And so that we're still in that very same kind of situation where the principles haven't changed, the values of relationship haven't changed, but the dynamics and the challenges of the context in which we have to reassert them have changed and are constantly changing. It ultimately comes down to how you design a government and how you design the process of governance and how you teach for it to make the difference, to make the biggest difference. And that's my opinion of Indigenous governance, that it's an ongoing, evolving, multifaceted, very complex activity.